to the War and Peace Baseball Podcast. I'm here today with Farbode Markazi.
Hello.
And Alex Rudy.
Hi.
I'm Alex Uwe, and we are back after taking a month off while we were dealing with other things around our lives. We are high school students, so you can imagine that is busy. We are going to go ahead and get started right away, though, with a story that is quite old at this point in time, but still quite interesting. The empty Baltimore game that happened earlier this May because of the riots in the city of Baltimore. And they proceeded to have a game that they did not have open to the public, only to the media. And it was very interesting, to say the least. I watched some highlights of that, and you could, I don't know, the silence was very eerie. So I'm sure you guys saw it too. If you guys want to share your experience, that'd be great.
I thought it was pretty cool. It felt like more like a, I don't know, I'm trying to put it in words, I guess, kind of more like Little League-y or amateurish in a way without the fans.
Yeah, but the thing is, even in Little League and like every level of baseball, there's gonna be some level of fans cheering you on and stuff.
Yeah, but you're able to really hear what everyone was saying, and all what the bullpen, even the bullpens were saying, and it was very I don't know, I almost felt more like I was there than a regular game in a way. It just felt more
intimate.
it felt more intimate and more like a friendly game of baseball than a professional billion-dollar industry event. It felt more innocent in a weird way.
Innocent.
Hard to describe.
Farbode?
I just thought the whole situation was bizarre. It was really cool because, like you said, it's more baseball and just, I don't know, it's back to the, I don't know. It was just really cool overall. And the strange part was how they had to be the home team in Tampa.
After that.
Yeah, after that. So, I just thought this whole situation was strange, but really cool to watch.
Mm-hmm. Something that I wanted to mention was, because the media was still there, every single pitch that was highlighted, you could hear camera shutters that were going off at fast pace to get, the shots of players swinging that you see on magazines and stuff. And every pitch you just hear and it was something that you would never hear in a regular game. That was different. And I mean, for the players themselves, I mean, it's weird, but I mean, it's not completely unusual. When they take BP and stuff, it's pretty much silent. And in spring training, there are certain games where split team games. They have an A and B team playing on a certain day, and the B team pretty much has nobody there also. So that's another situation like that. So it's not. I don't think it was as weird for the players as you would think, even though they did say it was.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's just different. So moving on, we already in May have to be talking about the All-Star ballot because the All-Star voting is open online. God bless your soul.
Wow.
Yes.
That's aggressive.
Thank you. Thank you for waking us up.
Anytime.
But anyway, the All-Star voting actually opened at the beginning of May or early April even, or late April, I'm sorry. So that's an interesting idea. People voting for All-Stars after seeing a month of each player's performance, but nevertheless, there are certain players that you would expect to see there that maybe might not make it there this year. So, your thoughts on the early voting this year for the All-Star game? Either one of you.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts? I understand why they would do it, is just, to get people excited about it earlier, first of all, and because, I don't know, just to keep people kind of into what's going on, even though the All-Star game is so far away. The only problem with it is, you could vote for certain players that are having awesome first months that really have no business being the All-Star game when it's all said and done when it comes around.
That's the thing. When you give like the people the power, they can get anyone into the All-Star game. Like,
that's true.
Some guys that didn't deserve it I'm not saying didn't deserve, but like didn't play up to the All-Star level. They still made it because they gave the people once you give the people the power, they it.
And that's the case every year,
yeah.
where the bigger names are going to make it. And I'm sad to say that Derek Jeter will not make the All-Star game for the first year in quite a while, so it's quite disappointing.
You know, I honestly think the All-Star game should be moved a month back into August, because too many times you have players who are like have a tear the first half of the season, and so they make it, and then they return back to earth the second half, and you'll get their stats at the end of the season, and they had no business being an All-Star for that year of production. And that really pertains to a lot of these like relief pitchers. Like every year there's two relief pitchers who make it, who are like insanely good for like, have been insanely good for like 3 months, and then like, that was the best 3 months of their entire careers, and like, there is no reason those guys should be All-Stars, no offense. So I think July might be actually too early to even have it.
I agree with you in that regard, but I disagree in pretty much every other regard. First of all, it's kind of meant to break up the season in that way, and having it that late in the season would just not make much sense. Because it's supposed to be kind of considered a halfway-ish marker, and
no other sport does that.
It doesn't have to be like that. And the other problem with that is this game means something in baseball, which is a different issue altogether. And I don't really want to get into that too much right now.
No.
But
we should get into it. That is pure retardedness, and there's no reason that it should count for anything. It's an exhibition game.
I agree that it should not count for anything, but the fact that it does, if you put these players, or like you select players to play in an All-Star game that matters in August, which is the roughest month of the season for Major League Baseball, just because it's the grinding part of the season, and it's leading up to September, which is more exciting, and there's more energy and call-ups and stuff, but before that, it's just a grind, and that would just make the game a lot more difficult in my mind.
I think if you think it's a grind, then they can use nothing more than a nice break and a relief, and then the fans can have an exciting All-Star game in a time where there's no trades, there's very few trades, the prospects aren't getting called up yet. I think it's a much better time to have it. It's probably the most boring month of baseball. So, I think you could argue that it would be the perfect month for it.
Yeah, but could you imagine the kind of grind they'd go through if they didn't have a break in July? They'll basically go through 3/4 of the season without.
I mean, that's how the NBA does it, so, and they seem to get by.
I mean,
NBA has 82 games, and their games aren't every day.
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
So they also play way more. And give more energy than a baseball player does.
It's a lot more.
It's a lot
more demanding of a sport. It's not really a fair comparison because it's a much more demanding sport, and you must be trained a lot differently than for a baseball game. But being a baseball player is a grind, nonetheless.
But the point of the All-Star game shouldn't be to give the players a break. If that's the point, then just give the players 5 days off every month or something like that. Like that's. I don't believe that the All-Star game's only purpose is to give the players
Well, that's one purpose, and you kind of take that purpose away if it's in August.
That shouldn't be any purpose for it. That's nice that it's a result, but that shouldn't be a priority.
I mean, I'm perfectly content with where it is placed in the season at this point in time, and obviously it's been like that for a long time, so it seems to be doing okay. It's just the fact that the All-Star voting is so early that you might see some different results.
It's way too early.
With people that and I mean, other than to get people interested in the All-Star game and all that kind of stuff earlier on and keep people interested in, following players and things like that, there's no reason for it. So,
to be fair, that's a pretty big reason.
It is a pretty big reason because most years you get excited at the beginning of the season, and then you let players play for 3 months, and then you hear about the All-Star voting, and then you go and look at all these players and see who's having good seasons in the middle of June. You don't follow their progression as much if the voting's not open early. So, I mean, if it works, if it actually does keep people interested, then I'm all for it. So, I don't think the results will be too different.
But we can agree that none of us think it should count.
Yes.
Okay.
That is true.
That is an agreement we can all.
Yes.
We agree on something. Yes.
Okay.
Moving on, we can now go over a couple managers that have lost their jobs in the last month. Roenicke on the Brewers and Mike Redmond on the Marlins.
Can I start?
Yes.
Unless you had more to say.
I didn't. I was just gonna transition.
I think I really am against firing managers this early. First of all, I don't think I'm in that circle where where just believes managers are the people who are always blamed for teams underperforming, and a lot of times with small sample sizes. And if you're someone who's been underperforming for 5 years, or that's way too much, but two straight seasons, let's say, okay, you should probably go a different direction with your manager. But these two guys really did not have good rosters last year. If anything, the Brewers overperformed the whole season, in my opinion, before falling apart. And this year their team is really bad. And if your pitchers are all having awful seasons, there's not much the manager can really control about that.
It's more the pitching coach then.
Sorry?
If the pitchers are doing worse, it's normally when offenses are going bad, it's the hitting coach that gets blamed, not the manager overall. The pitching coach.
You'd be surprised. Managers get blamed for
Yeah, no, I know that. Managers get blamed for if their team.
Managers are the primary scapegoats.
Well, the Red Sox know what they're doing. They fired their pitching coach, and that seemed to go okay for them.
Their manager also won a World Series, so.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
As I was saying, and then with Mike Redmond, I mean, the fact that the Marlins replaced him with the GM is all you really need to know. That sums it up. The Marlins.
The front office just confuses me so much.
Jeffrey Loria is the biggest schmuck in baseball. He single-handedly ruined the Montreal Expos and made them have to basically fold into the Nationals. And then he's also destroyed the Marlins several times, and he's continuing that cycle. And I just think they gave a guy way too little time, considering their whole pitching staff has been injured essentially the whole year. And
I'd hate being a Marlins fan. You can't trust them.
Yeah, it'd be horrendous. It's a fate worse than death. So I'm personally against both these firings. I don't think they were deserved. I mean, the Brewers especially, I guess he's been there a long time, and they're might as well try something new. But they really they were gonna be bad this year no matter what. So I really don't know what the expectation was going into the season that led him to be fired. If that makes sense.
Has a lot to do with Mike Redmond being fired, is that the expectation for that team was so high. They spent so much money to build a team, and it's not his fault that it wasn't going right.
Yeah.
They just had to do something about it. And something that always puzzles me is, it seems a lot of times when they fire managers, they don't have another manager ready. They have guys that are bridge managers until they find another manager. Just keep the current manager until you have a suitable replacement for him, and not have to go to these kind of bridge guys or other dugout coaches or GMs in this case. I don't know.
I think
what kind of plan is that? Just let them.
What's the point of firing your manager
have another
this
manager
early?
ready.
What's the point of firing your manager this early? Is basically once you get a new manager, that manager, it's just like when you trade for a new guy, they have to get used to the team. They have to get used to everything. Everything that goes around the team. I just don't see why you would fire either of these guys this early.
Okay, well, the reason behind firing managers in general early is because certain teams think at this point in the season there is enough time to turn it around with the right kind of, management, and rebuild their season before it is over for good. If you wait until later in the season, obviously, and they're having a season that tanks, then you're obviously not going to be able to turn around for that season. And it's just, I think that's the reasoning behind that. But I agree, the expectation for Ron Roenicke and the Brewers was very low to begin with, and I think he should not have been fired. And Mike Redmond is just in an unfortunate situation with a team that is very impatient and irrational. I don't know.
I think Roenicke was probably a Gordon Hire type situation where they probably realized that they weren't necessarily getting a better manager, but at the same time they probably believed that this wasn't the guy who was going to be managing their team next time they were competitive. So they might as well just get bring on a new face.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on, we have had a couple cases of this in the last week where foreign substances have been found on pitchers and they have been ejected for both Will Smith of the Brewers and Brian Mattis of the Orioles, both relief pitchers. And it's a very weird rule in my opinion. Like, how do they just determine, like, they were just flat out ejected when this stuff was found on them. Like, how do you decide if it's worthy of an ejection? I think
it's always worthy of an ejection. I think that's the rule.
It is. Yeah, but why is that the case? It's a weird rule.
Will Smith was suspended 8 games.
You're literally cheating.
He mixed.
I guess. I mean,
You're cheating. You're cheating in every possible. It's like definition of cheating.
Well, the definition of cheating is breaking the rule. I'm just asking, why is the rule like this?
Well, I mean,
why should you be able to put foreign substances on your arm to help you with the fastball?
Why would you not get ejected if you mix sunscreen and pine tar to help you mix?
Exactly.
That's the rule. They do that. They catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're agreeing? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
He's agreeing with you. I'm kind of just.
I misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of on the fence about the whole I mean, I understand pine tar pitching helps a lot, but why is it not okay, it helps a lot.
As a pitcher, everything you do, you try to get a better grip of the ball because it makes every one of your pitches better.
Batters use pine tar to grip the bat. I don't understand why pitchers can't use.
Because if they can't grip the bat just falls away.
I don't think.
It seems very one-sided.
I'm pretty sure there's restrictions to pine tar. Because remember, there's a famous video of George Brett getting ejected for pine tar in the bat. I don't think there has to be something. There's definitely restrictions to that. Because first of all, not everyone does it.
Okay, So first, for batters there are restrictions, but why is it such a problem for pitchers to use it at all?
It's an unnatural advantage.
Yeah, basically think if you're
unnatural. Okay, so using a rosin bag is not the same.
Okay, if you can use pine tar to pitch, you should just be able to use steroids too. I mean, I'm fine with that, but if you can, I'd be fine with that combination. But you can't just decide which forms of cheating you like best.
I mean, it's kind of like a very blurry line between. Is it
Okay, you want to know the rule?
I understand it's cheating because
I have the rule right here.
But it's pine tar. Okay, it helps pitchers grip the ball better. Why is that a problem? It's unnatural, but so are other rosin bags and things like that and whatever.
Rosin bags just dries your hand though.
Yeah, rosin bags dries your hand. It doesn't.
Yeah, so if nature decided that your hand should be wet and sweaty, if nature just decides that you won't have a good grip on the ball, I don't know, it's
okay. There's
just to give the pitcher.
There's restrictions for hitting.
Yeah, I know there are. There's restrictions on how high you can have it up on the bat or something like that.
Yeah. Right? You can only go 18 inches up the bat.
Yeah. And I don't know exactly the reason for that one though, but I don't know. I just see pine tar as a tool. Really. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, every pitcher uses some sort of thing in baseball to help them grip the ball better. It's just that these guys got made it obvious and got caught.
Mm-hmm. Pitchers are allowed to lick their hand to get more.
No, but they have to wipe it on their.
Yeah, that's another stupid rule. Shouldn't a pitcher be allowed to do whatever he wants to his hand to get the kind of spin or grip or whatever he wants?
I actually have the rule right here. It says the pitcher shall not expectorate on the ball, either hand or his glove. He shall not apply foreign substance of any kind to the ball. or deface the ball in any manner, or deliver a ball altered in a manner like shine ball, spit ball, mud ball, or anything else.
But I think I think I'm understanding what Alex is saying more. You're not questioning the rule, but you're saying, why is this a problem? Why is this a thing?
Yeah, like, why is the rule so strict? Like, I don't understand the rule, like, just, like, flat out. It's not like there's regulations or anything, it's just, you can't use anything.
I would say that because if you allowed it, it could escalate to a point where true differences in ability could result from it.
I suppose, but, like, I don't know. Like, it has to do with, like, certain conditions, too. Like, I don't know. Like, if on a certain day, you feel like you need something to help you, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Like, I'm not a pitcher.
But that's the thing. You just said you need something to help you. These guys are supposed to be out there on their own, not with anything else that's helping them.
Well, it's just a tool. Like, hitters have batting gloves and
no, I know, but
and stuff like that to help them. So,
hitters have batting gloves and pine tar, but
very customized bats to their hitting. Like, I don't know, like, a certain hitter can use a certain bat and hit better. Like, they don't have a standardized bat, so it's, I don't know.
Okay, well, if you were, let's just say any hitter in the MLB, and you were facing, I don't know, Kershaw, King Felix, and they were using some sort of way to grip the ball better, and that's basically like all their stuff. Their stuff's like that much better, better.
Well, just the grip just helps you locate better. Am I mistaken? It doesn't give you velocity to grip the ball better.
I know it doesn't give you velocity or like make your stuff better, but like after, when you can locate it, your stuff is like better, like overall that day.
Okay, well, pitchers like that locate insanely well anyway.
But like they still have some.
They still have to be able to know where to throw it and do all these other kinds of things. I don't know. Like, there's a lot more factors in that. The pine tar just seems like a tool to help with the grip. I don't know. This doesn't seem like cheating, like, in my mind. I don't know. Like, I understand it's cheating because it's against the rules. I just personally don't understand the rule. So, I don't know. Do you guys have any other thoughts on that, or are you ready to move on?
Ready.
Okay. So, moving on to some other more minor stories that have happened around baseball the last month. They're not so much minor, just other noteworthy things. Shelby Miller recently carried a no-hit bid to 8 2/3 innings.
It would have been a major story if he got the last
against
out.
the Marlins. It would have been a major story, but he is in the less important stories at this point in time because he was 1 out shy, and this has happened. I think I saw it like 5 times since 2010 or something, where pitchers have carried no hitters into like the 8th with 2 outs, and it's unfortunate, obviously, but he's one of the best pitchers right now anyway. So my question for you is, who do you think will likely have a no hitter this year, or who will be the first one to have a no hitter? Arod?
I'm thinking.
I see. Yeah, it's not exactly an easy thing to have ready in your mind.
Max Scherzer.
Actually, yeah, that's a very good one. Like, with no hitters, for me personally, I don't think of like who is very consistent. I think of who has the best stuff, and if they like figure out one specific game, like, they can just absolutely shut down a team. Yeah, I know there are cases a lot of times where pitchers with average stuff, there are no hitters, but
is Max Scherzer an unreasonable choice?
Nope.
No, it's not. That's a very reasonable choice. Trevor Bauer also earlier this year carried a no-hitter through like 6 innings where he walked a lot of batters and had a very high pitch count, and he left his game not giving up any hits. And they didn't finish it off, obviously, the bullpen did not, but that was another interesting case. And I understand he's one of those types of pitchers that has very low opponent batting averages in general, and if he works out a game like he did, that one where he no hit through 6 innings, like, he could get there eventually if he learns to conserve pitches. Another guy that I think
Chris Sale.
Chris Sale has been very hittable lately. I don't know. I think.
But if you're thinking about stuff.
Yeah. But
But his stuff hasn't really been that great this year.
True. And, you could say Corey Kluber also is the same type of pitcher, really good stuff. And when he's on, he strikes out an insane amount of batters. And I could see him doing it. I don't necessarily think he will reach that this year though, just cause he's not the most efficient pitcher. And I think it's very tough to throw no-hitters if you are a really big strikeout.
If you're striking out 18 guys.
Yeah, if you're striking out that many batters in a no-hitter, you must be getting some pretty quick strikeouts. So
honestly, he feels like to me one of those guys who at any moment could return to like Earth. If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and he has. He's been hit hard earlier this
but
year.
like even like I know he was insane last year, but like I don't think he's a no-hitter type of guy. He doesn't really, I mean, I'm no expert on him.
Well, they call him the clue bot.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who, would go a no-hitter. Like, I feel like his style doesn't really get rid of hits and more just like, it strikes out a lot of guys and it, it doesn't give up any runs, but I think he doesn't seem to have unhittable stuff, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe that made no sense, but like.
No, yeah, like he has certain pitches where he's unhittable, and it depends on the day, and it, I don't know.
Or even a guy like
obviously.
Dallas Keuchel.
No, because he's hittable. He just doesn't.
He's given up 43 hits in 64 innings.
He's efficient. He's
very efficient.
He knows how to go deep and can prevent runs once they get on base, but he doesn't exactly give up like one hit. He still gives up a decent amount of hits, I feel like.
Yeah, and the thing, like, I could see a pitcher like that getting a no-hitter if everything just goes right. He gets tons of ground balls and, gets a few strikeouts when he needs them and just doesn't let any hitters get pitches that they can handle. Like, it's very possible for pitchers like that to do that. Like, Mark Burley's done it a couple times, which is shocking beyond belief. So.
I think it's just a very difficult question, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of talking about pitchers that you could see doing it.
I mean, if what's that guy's name had a perfect game? Mark, Umber? What's his first name?
Phil Umber?
Phil Umber had a perfect game. I mean, anyone could have a no-hitter.
Yeah. And, my last one for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I believe in you, Jake Arrieta. I think you can get one this year after last season having 2 consecutive starts taking no-hitters into the 8th inning. I think he can maybe lock one down this year if he's on his game. I think he's motivated.
Miller's was broken up on the last.
Yes.
I have a question for you guys.
Right?
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. If a pitcher has a perfect game through 8 2/3 and you're the last out, if you're the last batter, would you get out or would you actually try to get the hit just to
no, you were absolutely trying to get, I don't think people realize if getting no hit as a team is like probably the worst feeling in the world. So if you are up with the last out, you are trying your hardest to get a hit.
Yeah, I would try to get
harder than ever.
Because I know I've heard sometimes some people are like, okay, he's earned it, but
no, there's definitely no teams out there
that roll. Shitty professionals.
Yeah, there's no way that's true. Okay
then.
Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna say that's not true.
That's like if you approach I don't agree with approaching a professional sport like that. You should be trying to the last possible second to win the game. No matter
especially if you're being no hit.
Especially if you're getting paid millions of dollars to win.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of a couple pitchers that definitely could throw no hitters, one of them already has. Madison Bumgarner hit a home run off of Clayton Kershaw in their matchup earlier this week, and it was not a cheapie either. He put a nice charge into that one, hit it over 400 feet, I think is what it was tracked to be, to dead left field, and that's always awesome when pitchers hit home runs, but when one ace, like arguably like the face of baseball after the last World Series against arguably the best pitcher in all of baseball, that's pretty fun to watch.
It's kind of funny how Madison Bumgarner outscored the whole Dodgers offense that series.
That's true.
Dodgers were shut out the whole series.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But Anyway, any other pitcher? Who do you think the next pitcher to hit a home run will be?
Madison Bumgarner.
Madison Bumgarner's gonna get another one his next start.
He hit 4 last year.
I don't know who will hit the next home run, but I know who won't for sure hit the next hit for a pitcher.
Who's that?
John Lester.
That's true. He's pretty god awful.
No.
56 in his career. Over 56.
Yeah, he's pretty.
What about
awful.
Bartolo?
Bartolo is a hitting machine. What are you talking about?
I'm waiting for him to hit
Bartolo's gonna hit it inside the park home run.
No, I'm waiting for him to hit a home run.
He's gonna hit inside the park home run.
He never hit I'm pretty sure he hit one last year.
He's gonna hit an inside the park home run.
He has?
No, he's going.
Okay.
Better.
It's like, wow, yeah.
I'm trying to say that with a straight face. It's very hard. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously. Did you see Chad Billingsley hit a home run?
You know who hits home runs as a pitcher?
Injured.
Travis Wood is a pretty good hitting pitcher.
He did. He got one also this year.
Giovanni Gallardo, he's a pretty good hitting pitcher.
Yeah.
He plays in the American League, though.
Yeah, I know, but when he...
Now he does. He played a lot of National League.
Yeah.
So.
I remember last year...
Very understandable.
Last year they pinch hit Gallardo for someone in like the late innings and Gallardo walked off.
Really?
Yeah.
Well played.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, well played, Gallardo. Yeah, I don't know. Power hitting pitchers are in very short supply, I guess, right now. So, Mad Bum is pretty impressive feat off of the best pitcher in baseball.
I'm pretty sure those kind of players are always in short supply, Alex.
I mean, that was kind of the joke, but thank you.
But I need to explain it.
Okay. Do what you must. So our next story is that Ichiro, in the last couple days, just passed Babe Ruth in the all-time hits category.
I'm pretty sure Ichiro is the most likable baseball player there is.
I'm pretty sure
there's not really much to hate about him.
There's nothing. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's nothing you can dislike about him.
Except for maybe how much he stretches, but like, okay.
He is like...
He is the healthiest 40-plus-year-old ever.
He has one of the sweetest swings too.
Mm-hmm. I saw, nice Farbode. I saw when they were doing the spring training stuff, or like, I don't know, like on TV and stuff, they were showing stuff from spring training, and he has his own, like, trailer filled with his own workout equipment that he uses. He had it brought to spring training. That's pretty impressive.
He's a dedicated...
Dude, he's gonna be the most jacked 60-year-old.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be extremely healthy. He could play when he's 50, I think.
He's still bat 280.
Yeah. I don't know. 4th outfielder for the next 10 years or so.
He'll go the Omar Vizquel route.
Yeah. He'll go the Omar Vizquel route and be a defensive substitution and all that stuff, yeah. So that's a nice story for him. Alex Rodriguez also passes Babe Ruth, but in RBIs, and also Willie Mays in home runs just recently. That's a bit more notable considering he only has a few guys ahead of him now, and I don't think he will get anywhere near them in home run totals, but...
Oh, really? I disagree.
I don't think he's gonna get there.
He has his contract. It runs for 3 more seasons, I believe.
So let's say he finishes this season with around 30. He'd still have to have another, like, 20-plus home run season to get to the 700 mark. And then beyond that, that's going to be pretty difficult.
He has 2 more seasons, I believe. So,
I mean, he really has to turn around if he wants that.
If he wants it, he could just hit 50 home runs both seasons.
That's true.
All 3 seasons, and just 2 more after this. So, how many is he away from Ruth? Like 100? I mean,
close to 100.
From Ruth?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but
okay.
I personally don't think he will get there. But if he proves me wrong, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I actually saw his 600th home run at Yankee Stadium. I was at that game. It was pretty cool. People were very excited about Alex Rodriguez. which is something you don't see very often. So, it's nice to see people excited about Arod again. Also, Miguel Cabrera did reach the 400 home run mark just recently as well, and Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre, I think we can agree, is not going to break any monumental records, but Miguel Cabrera is one of those guys that you could see hitting home runs for a long time. So, what do you think about Miguel Cabrera? What kind of range does he finish in his career, you think?
Are you trying to say like over under 600?
Yeah, let's say over under 600.
Wait, he has, how many does he have now?
400.
He's like,
he is in his 30s. I don't know exactly.
He had like 7 years left on that huge contract.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time on that
his
contract
anyway.
anyway.
Ends in 2023. So he has...
He's gonna, I think...
That's a lot of time.
8 seasons, I believe.
He's gonna get over.
Over what? I think he'll get like 580 probably.
So under 600, you think?
I say just over 600.
To do that.
Okay.
Does Miguel Cabrera not have insane power?
Insane health.
I'm thinking...
Insane health. I don't know.
I'm thinking Cabrera, even when he's not, like...
100%.
100%. Once he's past his prime, he's still gonna be able to hit 20 bombs. And I'm...
Easily.
Yeah, I'm thinking like he has maybe this year, and maybe two, three more years of 30 bombs, 40 bombs. And with plus the 20 bombs of like, after his prime, I feel like he's gonna get over.
I think he'll get there. I think he'll be right around that
I disagree.
mark.
I really disagree with you guys.
Just cause, like, okay, it's one thing to assume he's gonna get injured. So, I don't know.
That's a really, I would then Vegas that he's gonna get injured at some point in the next 8 years.
Okay, like, you're, like, seriously injured though, that, like,
yes.
Like, ends his career. You think he's gonna end his career with an injury?
Well, technically everyone ends their career with an injury. That's a weird way to put it, but.
Technically?
Okay,
yeah.
Miguel hit 25 home runs last year.
He was hurt.
He only has 2 years over 38 home runs in his whole career.
He was hurt last year.
So, he played 159 games.
I don't know. I believe in him. I think he can get it.
You guys really think he has the same power that Arod, Griffey, Tomei, Aaron, Ruth, Bonds,
Natural ability? Yes.
Had?
Natural ability, yes. He's just not as consistent with it.
I think it's because he's like an all-around hitter too. He hits the contact too.
He has the easiest power I've seen, like, in the game right now. Easiest power.
No, Giancarlo.
Giancarlo's power...
Well, actually, Giancarlo just swings hard.
It's violent power.
Yeah, Giancarlo just swings hard.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you're saying.
Like Bryce Harper takes one hell of a hack. Miguel Cabrera just seems like he flicks the bat out there and it's gone.
Yeah.
So, that's what I agree. By that. So, anyway, that's something to think about. Speaking of Bryce Harper, earlier in May, he had a stretch where he had 6 home runs.
Can I say one more thing about that? Wait, can I say one more thing?
About, who, Miguel Cabrera?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys, 5 years ago, if we had that same question about Albert Pujols, you guys would have said yes, he absolutely would have 600 home runs.
He still might.
And would you still say that today?
I think so.
You still think he's gonna hit 600?
He's in like the 530 range, isn't he?
Yeah, he's at 530.
I think he can get it.
He's at like.
He has 528.
I think he can get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
That's fair.
All right. That has been done. But anyway, I will return to my super excited story about Bryce Harper. 6 home runs in 3 games. That is unbelievable. He had 1 2-home run game, followed by a 3-home run game, and then followed it up with a walk-off homer the next day. Those are some pretty impressive numbers. That's a pretty good 3-game stretch right there. What do you think about Bryce Harper overall, who has 16 home runs now? Is that correct? Or 15? 16. 16 at this point in the season. He's really evolved into a different kind of player. The player we thought he was going to be in like 2010 and whatever.
And he's still 22.
It's true.
He was like 19 then.
Yeah, he's 19.
We expected so much of a 19-year-old. But he's 22 right now.
I know a lot of people don't like him as like a person. I think he's like cocky. But I'm actually really happy to see him doing this because I'm tired of people saying that like, I can't believe he was getting compared to Trout. I can't believe
people were saying that. I kept saying he's so good. He has such a high ceiling.
like, I'm just happy that, like, that shuts up all the people who thinks that, like, it was like, how the hell is this guy getting compared to Trout? Like, he's finally proving, people who don't know what they're talking about are wrong. And I like that. I like when people who are dumb get proved wrong.
And I think people have this, like, misconception about top prospects. Is like, it just comes easy to them. They don't really have to, like, they're not the kind of players that grind. Like, the top prospects probably they work harder than anybody else. And especially Bryce Harper, Sports Illustrated cover when he's like a 16-year-old. He works harder than anybody else. He has to like, maintain, I don't know, and to like push himself in like, to try to reach those expectations that are put upon him. And the expectations are there for a reason, because he has turned himself into one of the best players. Like, it didn't just happen. He's not just naturally the best. He turned himself into that kind of player. So that's very commendable.
By the way, the Giants just designated for assignment Casey McGehee.
It's just McGee.
Yeah, it's McGee.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. He should change his last name immediately.
Change the pronunciation.
That doesn't make
That actually
makes no sense.
That is correct.
There's no logical explanation for that pronunciation for that spelling. That cannot be explained.
There are worse pronunciations out there.
Oh my god, we could play that game for so long. It pisses me.
I don't think we will right now, though. Instead, we can play a different game, though.
It makes me so angry.
We can play a different game, the one that Rudy introduced to us. The famous stat guessing game, where I will be the host this time and have Rudy and Farbode compete against each other, and I will ask them a question, for instance, who is second in American League batting average, and they will try to answer it.
And we can't look,
stats
no
sheets.
stats.
Well, I have all the power in the world.
I mean, that would kind of destroy the point of the game if we looked up the answers.
I think it would. That's just me.
You would think so. I mean, who really knows? I mean,
what if two people are tied?
It would be a very quick game if we had stat sheets up for everybody.
What if two people are tied?
I will tell you there is a tie, if there is a tie.
Okay.
So speaking of which, American League first place in average. It's a two-way tie.
Fantasy team Paredes.
Joe's Altuve?
Nope.
Paredes
Paredes is one of them.
Joe's is batting like 299.
Paredes is eligible.
Yeah, he just recently became eligible.
Okay.
For the average, qualifying at bats.
And, I saw this.
Michael Brantley.
No, I saw this in the game break watching the Angel game yesterday on ESPN. Cruz.
Yes, cheater.
No, I'm not. Hey, I just saw it then.
You're just a well-informed baseball fan, I know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, that's the thing.
So, just stop it.
What?
Let's see here. Okay. RBI leader in the American League.
Cruz.
No. Cruz is second.
Morales.
Sure.
Yes.
My brother told me that yesterday.
Who did?
Well, my brother told me that yesterday.
You know what? You're just a well-informed baseball fan.
Was he vacuuming when he told you?
Probably. He just loves his vacuum. You know that. Let's see here. American League stolen bases, first place. There's 2.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Is it really?
No.
Try it.
Altuve?
He's 1. Rudy? Guess?
I'll leave this one for Rudy.
Contemplating life.
It's not a stat I follow very closely, so I'm not gonna...
Exactly.
Canes?
No. I will give you 1 more guess each.
I haven't guessed any. How do I only get 1 more?
Is he hurt right now?
I will give Rudy 2 more guesses, and then...
Is he hurt right now?
I can't tell you that, dude.
Is that a yes then?
Yeah.
Interpret that as you will. I'm not giving it away.
I was about to say
No,
D. Gordon, but you said American League.
That's true. That's a good observation.
Is D. Gordon even leading the National League?
Let me see now.
Why would...
He...
I don't think he is.
You are incorrect about that, by the way, Rudy.
Ellsbury.
What?
Ellsbury.
Yes. It is Ellsbury. Farbode is on fire right now. Let's see. Let's get another interesting one here.
I didn't even guess anyone on that one.
You just got destroyed. How does it feel?
Good. Didn't expect
Alright,
that.
let's see. Oh, Jesus. Let's see here. It's quite difficult.
Oh, Jesus, indeed.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
trying to come up with one.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Alright, here's one for you. How many players in all of baseball are hitting over 340 right now?
Okay, what?
Guess, just guess.
4.
More. I'll give you over under in each one.
6. 7.
It is 7.
Oh, I had 6.
Farbode, you lose.
I wonder how many of those guys would be eligible for that.
No, I think it's 8.
You want me to list?
I think
no, do you want me to list them?
I think it's 8.
Shut up.
I'm no.
Shut up, Farbode.
Yeah, if it is 8, I was correct with what we thought it was, so that's all that matters.
Yes. I just wanted Rudy to win one of these, okay? I got your back. Anyway, I'll list them right now if you're wondering the eligibility. It's D. Gordon, Jimmy Paredes, Nelson Cruz, Prince Fielder, Adrian Gonzalez, Miguel Cabrera, Jason Kipnis.
Jason Kipnis, what are we doing?
Jason Kipnis, out of nowhere.
Back from the dead.
Yeah. You guys should both know this one. Who leads the league in triples?
D. Gordon.
No. You shouldn't, Rudy, you know this one. Come on.
Brett Gardner.
No.
We've
discussed this before.
Angel Pagan.
No.
Angel Pagan. That's a good guess. I like that.
That is a good guess. He has 3.
Orlando.
Yes, Paulo Orlando.
Oh my god. He's
We've
still
definitely
leading
discussed
that
that.
stat.
He is still leading that stat. It's hard to get. It takes a while to get 5 triples for most people. So don't be surprised.
It took him like 10 at bats.
All right, who is second in walks in all of baseball?
That's hard.
This will probably be the last one, by the way.
Nah, let's do one more.
Okay.
Just because why not?
Just because why not? Okay. You guys have to guess this one.
Who is second
Cabrera?
in walks?
No.
Who's really patient?
It's going to be very difficult for you to get this one, I think.
Rizzo.
Nope.
Cano.
No.
Holiday.
No.
Yadier.
No.
Harper.
I don't even see Yadier anywhere on this list, by the way.
Harper.
I don't know.
What?
Harper.
I said.
Harper's first.
Bautista.
Question first or second?
Second.
Trout.
No. I would just rattle off names a little bit faster just to get through a lot more.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Brantley.
Nelson Cruz.
No.
Santana.
Yes. What the hell?
Carlos Santana?
Yes.
He walks?
He walks an insane amount.
Who's third?
Jose Bautista. You guys didn't guess him either, which is surprising. So, that's on you guys. I think that's your problem.
Other than Kluber.
Let's see, let's do a pitching one.
I
didn't do
suck
any
at
pitching
this
ones.
shit.
Yeah, you do. I thought you were gonna be a very tough match right there.
I think we had stats in like 5 weeks, so that probably didn't help me.
That's good. That's a good point. Alright, okay. Who has the 4th highest whip?
Wow, that's hard. Trevor Bauer.
No.
Dylan Betances.
No.
Wade Davis.
Hector Santiago.
Brad Boxer.
No. No.
Are relief pitchers eligible for this?
They should be.
Are you
Wait,
sure?
no, they're not. They're not. I don't know why they're not. Hold on.
Well,
I'm trying to figure out why they're not. Hold on.
because they don't have the innings.
Greinke.
Michael Pineda.
Yeah.
Greinke.
No. Greinke's first.
Not Lester.
Garrett Richards.
No.
Arrieta.
No.
Cole.
No.
Not Lester, right?
No.
King Felix.
No, he's fifth. He's very
Scherzer.
close. No, he's second.
Miller.
Third. You're going every single number around this guy. What?
Win.
No.
Keuchel.
Nope. Keichel's a bit lower on the list.
Kluber.
No.
Kluber.
Garrett Cole.
I was already guessed, and no. Minus points for you.
I'm winning, so.
This is taking quite a while.
Hamill.
Yes. Farbode. Jason Hamill.
Jason Hamill?
Did you guess Cole Hamels?
Come to?
No, I said Hamels, and then I said Hamill.
You cheater.
I said both of them.
It sounded like you said Hamill.
I said both of them.
No, you didn't.
Really?
You said Hamill. You said Hamill
Hamill
after I said
Hamill.
yes. God damn it.
That's really disappointing that that's true.
And guess who's sixth? Actually, we should probably not do that because that'll take a billion years. Jake Odorizzi is sixth. Ahead of Johnny Cueto and Dallas Keuchel.
47th.
Who's 47th? Let me see. Good question, Farbode. That would be, there's no 47th. There's a tie for 46th, so you lose. Tied for 46 is Lincecum and Nick Martinez. So
The two guys we had on our
Nick
team.
Martinez has an ERA of 2.21. His whip is 46. That's hilarious.
yeah, exactly.
That just shows you.
It's not a bad whip. It's like 1.22, which is not terrible.
That's actually fine. Wait, those are
it's fine.
crazy. Wait, the whips are insane if that's 46 then.
Yeah, no, let me see,
Wait, what's the leading whip? What is it?
0.87.
That's
Greinke.
fucking insane.
There's 10 people with a whip lower than 1.
And who is the one who's leading again?
Greinke.
That's point. Oh wait, that's like wow.
Yeah. And Aaron Harang is on this list of the top 10.
That
is
disgusting. That is fact.
Yeah. Anyway, we should go ahead and move on to something else now because we just spent a lot of time listing a lot of random names. That was fun though for you guys. Farbode won every single round it seemed like. So
I guess the 7 guys over 3, whatever.
that's true. That's true. That's the one that counts really more than anything.
Yeah. That was the bonus. That was like the bonus one.
Do I have to lead the next round? Am I hosting the next one?
Probably. That would be a good idea. So we'll have to keep that in mind. But right now we should probably go ahead and go through the current standings right now in each division and just kind of go over what we think about each division and how we think it's going to play out over the next, few weeks or so. And I think a lot of people would expect quite a few of these standings to change considering Tampa Bay is in first place, Houston Astros are in first place, the National League's pretty steady right now, actually, but the American League is all out of whack.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell if the AL East is really good or really bad.
It's really bad.
Because because all the teams are around 500. Like while most of the other divisions, I think all of them have like at least one team that's just absolute shit. But at the same time, no one in the AL East is like a contender at all. And
you guys know
the Rays are in first place with a team of like defenders and like injured pitchers who are out for the season is really interesting.
It is quite interesting. They were supposed to be like a team that's fallen apart. Joe Madden's gone. David Price left last year. They don't have the same Evan Longoria that they used to have. Will Myers just got traded away. What are we gonna do? They're gonna take the division, I guess. That's what they said. So, I mean, there is something to be said for a team that plays very, very good defense, has an extremely athletic outfield that really is able to save a lot of runs, I think. And, a team that I think their lineup is very scrappy. So, I think there's something to be said for that.
Scrappy is like the nice way of saying like, they're not good, but they try hard.
They try hard and they succeed apparently when they try hard. I mean, you guys got guys like Kiermaier and Forsythe and Steven Souza Jr. has been doing okay. He's injured now though, but James Loney, who's their short? The Struble Cabrera. I don't even know who their catcher is right now. That's how crazy their lineup is. Evan Longoria, who's been, okay, sure. He is not the Evan Longoria of old. Desmond Jennings, guys like that. So, I guess the question is, do you see a team in the AL East that's ready to overtake them right now?
No,
Because personally, I don't think the Yankees are in any position to overtake them.
I think any team could overtake them at any second. In that division.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say the Yankees are not in a position to overtake them right now.
I disagree.
Baltimore.
The Yankees were in first place for most of the season.
Okay, they just lost their spark plug at the top of the lineup. They're not going to be doing anything, gaining much ground.
I disagree. Slade Heathcock is hitting,
Did you call him Slade Heathcock?
Yes. He's hitting,
What is wrong with you?
Saying Slade.
He's hitting in the 400s, so he could be the
in 3
same.
innings or so? That's good for him, I guess. So, I personally don't see them going anywhere. Like, they can stay around 500, sure.
I think
they're 1 game over
5
now.
games within each other, so I'm pretty sure anything could happen.
They're 5.5 games, yeah.
So,
The Blue Jays, obviously, their offense can destroy anybody. The Red Sox have been kind of struggling.
They also cannot pitch.
But they can't, but they're doing better than they did to start off the season. So, there's that. So I don't know what they're going to be able to do. The Baltimore Orioles, their offense has been really cold lately. If they get hot, they can make up a few games as well. So there's really no sure bet right now. All we know is Tampa Bay, as of this point in time, has the advantage.
We should probably talk about the Cardinals are still the best team in baseball, and when like half their team is hurt.
They're not the best team in baseball, actually.
Much, but they're
not the best
player.
team in baseball. They're not the best team in baseball.
I said like the best team in baseball.
They aren't though. The Houston Astros, actually the Kansas City Royals have the best record in baseball.
Like does not mean means like similar to.
But they were the best team in baseball for a long time until a couple days ago. So there's that.
So
I'm not surprised at all because they win pretty much every close game they play. That's what I noticed.
That's luck, though.
That's not luck.
They
know how to win. There's something to be said for a team that knows how to win.
Mathematically,
They have taken leads in late innings so many times. Colton Wong is one of the best late game hitters in baseball. First
I
of
don't
all,
think that's a thing.
You don't think Colton Wong is one of the best late game?
No, I don't think being a late game hitter is a thing.
He is though. I don't know what to
That
say.
just makes sense.
If it's not a thing,
how do you change the hitter late in the game? That doesn't even make sense.
In ESPN, some ESPN stat, like there's some crazy percentage, like 80% of Colton Wong's home runs come in like the 7th inning or later.
Okay, Kirkton facts are not allowed on this podcast.
No Kirkton facts. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not surprised though because they have quite a good bullpen and they are able to just win games. I don't know. They have John Jay at the top of their lineup now. They switched around Matt Carpenter hitting second, which I think is a great move because John Jay sees tons of pitches and does not strike out a lot. So.
And his name is JJ, so.
What?
What?
Oh, his initials are JJ.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, Matt Carpenter, they basically have 2 leadoff hitters at the top of the lineup, which is going to be very difficult for many pitchers to handle. And it has been. They've been scoring a lot of runs lately. They've been blowing out, they blew out the Mets, they blew out the, who did they play the series before this? I don't remember. They blew out somebody else though. Pretty bad, so, I don't know. They've got a very good lineup. They get on base a ton. So, they're bound to score tons of runs. Even without Adam Wainwright.
They don't have a lot of power.
That's true. Matt Adams and Matt Holliday, who were supposed to be their power bats, they're not power bats, but they're getting on base a decent amount. Matt Adams not so much. Matt Holliday is. Yadier Molina hasn't even been like as good as he's been in the past, and you know they're still doing just fine without his production. So I don't know. They just have everything going right for them right now.
I mean, the Dodgers are still in first place in the NL West, and
but only by 2 games.
Okay, but they're literally half their team is on the DL.
That's true.
That is not an exaggeration. They're extremely injured.
Mm-hmm. Yasiel Puig
have
hamstring is evil, I guess.
Their great pitching rotation has been obliterated.
True.
And yeah.
Clayton Kershaw has not been the Clayton Kershaw we're used to either. So, there's a lot to be said for that. The San Francisco Giants are doing their job. They're sticking around 2 games back. Some of their offense is starting to hit a little bit. Brandon Belt's been hitting pretty well. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they're able to stick around. The Diamondbacks holding down 3rd place in that division, only 2 games under 500. Bet a lot of people didn't expect that. How did they?
No.
Also, by the way, do you guys remember in April when we were talking about the Colorado Rockies who got off to like a 10-2 start to the season? We're like, how long can they stay there? And now they're 16-25.
Of course.
Wah, wah. Yeah.
I mean, Carlos Gonzalez is batting 200.
Troy Tulowitzki hasn't been hitting either, really. Corey Dickerson's injured now. Yeah. Speaking of injuries, no, that's pretty much it in our divisions, by the way. The Astros are holding down 1st place. Nothing has changed there. The rest of the division's just really not producing very well. So, anyway, but speaking of injuries, I'm gonna rattle off some injuries that have happened in the last month that are quite notable. Hyunjin Ryu is gonna miss the rest of the season with shoulder surgery. Masahiro Tanaka missed a little bit of time, but he should be back.
He's gonna miss more time.
He's planning to be back soon. He's not getting Tommy John surgery, which
is
very bizarre.
He's gonna get Tommy John.
They really just need to bite the bullet. I mean,
yeah, he's gonna get Tommy John.
I think he's gonna start a game or 2 and then realize there's still problems, and then things are gonna get more iffy for him.
I really think the Yankees are not handling it well at all.
Right. And Drew Smiley also out for this season.
No, that's not true.
He's not. He's out like 8 weeks.
Falls there and he's gonna try to rehab it. I don't agree with that, but they are trying to do it.
He's gonna be out like 8 to 10 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, their plan is for him to come back, which is, in my opinion, a mistake, but.
Brandon McCarthy and Homer Bailey and Alex Cobb are all out for the season though. They having season-ending surgeries. Matt Latos just hit the DL as well. I don't know how long he's gonna be out. But, also position player injuries. David Wright just recently has suffered a spinal issue.
He might be done.
He might be done for the season and possibly longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get for carrying the Mets offense on your back for 8 years, so, we commend you.
Your back gets sore.
Your spine gets injured, I guess. That's what we've learned.
The more we know.
Yeah, the more you know. Jacoby Ellsbury is also out with a knee injury, right?
As is tradition for him to get
That's just tradition.
Every right? Fucking year. For like completely random ways.
Kind of like, Victor Martinez is back on the knee injury trend again, too.
Well, at least he has a history of knee injuries.
Yeah. So, he decided to take another trip to the DL with a knee injury. And Devin Travis, who had a monster April, is out with some kind of left shoulder irritation that is unknown to everybody, but he missed some time day to day, and then now he's on the DL for some reason. So that's fun. That's fine. Just have both your middle infielders on the Blue Jays out. That's fine. So yeah. That's all there though. I'll mention a few rookie call-ups really quick. Noah Syndergaard, Blake Swihart, Rusney Castillo, Billy Burns. I don't know this guy's first name. McCullers on the Astros. He's the starting pitcher. Lance McCullers. Thank you. Slade Heathcock. Heathcott. And Michael Franco on the Phillies. Yeah. Do with that what you will. Now we have another segment for you. We are going to share our all over-performing team of 2015 so far. So, Rudy, would you like to tell us about the starting pitchers that we have? Or nah? Okay, Farbode.
Our starting pitching lineup is Rangers pitcher Nick Martinez, Aaron Harang, not Rangers, Phillies, Giants Lincecum, Burnett, And then Hector Santiago.
That's pretty nice.
What happened? I like that. What happened?
We just shared our starting pitchers on the all overperforming team.
Oh, yes.
Yes. No objections there. They're all pitchers that nobody expected to be performing. I think AJ Burnett leads the National League in ERA now, by the way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, he was considering hanging it up last year, and he's just, okay, I might as well lead the league in ERA. So, that's nice for him. Jason Grilli is our overperforming relief pitcher who everybody thought was done after going to the Angels, and then where else did he?
He did good with the Angels.
What?
He did good with the Angels. Before that, he was doing bad.
He was really good with the Pirates.
Yeah, but
and then he
fell off with the Pirates, and then he was traded to the Angels for Frieri.
Yeah,
and he did pretty good for the Angels, but Frieri sucked.
Most people thought he was a bust after that. They thought he was done. So he's doing okay with the Braves. Stephen Vogt is our catcher, and there's no surprise there. He has really been swinging it well, and he swung it well last year too. People don't realize this a lot of times, but he is definitely shown he can be consistent.
Yes.
Yeah. First baseman Ryan Howard now has 10 home runs in the season, and again, everybody thought he was done for.
And he might be. He's just hitting homers though, so.
Mm-hmm. D. Gordon, our second baseman, he was not expected to be bad, but this is his, homecoming to the Marlins back in Florida where he grew up, and he is just absolutely raking, leading the league. Leading all baseball on average.
He somehow turned into fucking Honus Wagner.
Yeah. Leading the league in average, stolen bases, hits, all that good stuff. Jose Iglesias at shortstop too is hitting for a high average when he was supposed to just be a defensive maestro out at shortstop there. But, swinging it too, I guess. Good for him. Mike Moustakas at third base, no question there, has been on a tear, and people thought he was kind of a bust after the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah, he was just going downhill in average.
Yeah, spent time in the minor leagues last year even to try to work things out, and this year obviously figured something out.
He was great. I think he figured it out in the playoffs.
He's hitting over 330. That's true. He did.
That's what most of them figured it out in the playoffs. It's confidence.
They grew up.
They gained so much confidence in the playoffs.
That's the story of the Kansas City Fight Club.
Yep.
Our outfield, Rudy, would you like to share our outfielders? I feel like you haven't said much.
AJ Pollock, David DeJesus, and Jimmy Paredes.
That was excellent pronunciation there, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, all these guys have been wrecking. AJ Pollock, we saw flashes of this last year. He missed some time and is not very clear, but he has been producing consistently for the Diamondbacks, who are in third place, despite what most people think they would end up in the cellar. David DeJesus, I will go ahead and give him one correct pronunciation in this show. So he has been hitting very well for the Rays as both a left fielder and DH, and I don't know, hopefully he can keep it up. I remember when he was really good with the Royals.
With the Royals.
Yeah, he was really good with the Royals. He moved around a little bit and couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Paredes, not Parades. I wish his name was Parades.
Wait, is it Jimmy or Jeremy? I'm not sure.
It's Jimmy.
Okay.
It's Jimmy. He is leading the American League in average, not bad, and hitting some home runs as well, not bad either. So yeah, this is our all overperforming team. Congrats to these guys. Hopefully they don't turn back into, what we expected them to be before. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, to finish up though, we are gonna go ahead and go through our weekly fantasy competition and select 3 new players. We've been using the same 3 players for the last 3 weeks now, so I think it's time for a little bit of a change. And the current standings right now, I am in first place with 367.5 points, Rudy in second with 354 points, and Farbode in the cellar with 284 points. Congrats, man.
that 1 week. That one
Yeah,
week
you
killed
picked
me.
CJ Crone. What the heck is wrong with you?
That team filler with 0 though.
Yes, we do have a filler team in our...
Wait, it says I'm in first now.
No, that's because of what I mentioned before with the subtractions from the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it is Farbode's turn to go first, I think.
Nelson
Sounds
Cruz.
right. Huh?
Nelson Cruz.
Cruise control. That's always a good guess. Or a good guess. Okay. I will go with another safe bet. I will go with Bryce Harper.
Wait, why is it your pick?
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, it's fine.
I feel bad now, but okay.
You just want to play that game where you just...
okay. I went there. Alright. Anyway.
Trying to take advantage of your, announcing position to just...
I am.
Squeeze in Harper there, but...
Yeah, just Bryce Harper.
Fine. I'll take, Anthony Rizzo and Miguel Cabrera.
Rizzo and Cabrera.
My turn?
Alright. It is back to me, correct. I will be going with... Oh crap, I forgot to check if he was starting 2 games this week. Hold on a sec. Shh, it's okay. I don't think he is actually. I'm gonna pick a different pitcher. Let's see. Crap. I was gonna pick Jason Hamill, but
Wait, can I change one of my picks, actually?
Well, yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll do it at the end, though. It's fine. Because you guys aren't gonna pick any more hitters, so can I just do it at the end?
Oh, I have one more.
I have one more hitter.
You guys are picking 3 hitters?
It's 2 hitters.
No.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay. I'll do it at the end.
Okay, then. I will go ahead and I'll pick my second hitter right now. I'll go ahead and ride the Jason Kipnis train right now.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder, he is also wrecking right now. Rudy, who's your last pick in your substitution?
Oh, can I trade, Rizzo for, Trout?
You sure can. I don't know what the trade is, but
okay. It's a trade in my brain.
It's a mental trade, and you have your last pick also.
Okay, yeah, my pitcher will be
wow, right there, bud.
Wow.
Yeah, right there.
Oh my God, let's go with Shelby Miller, considering he got 45 points in his 1-hitter, 2-hitter.
That is, it's pretty decent, I'd say. I don't know. I've seen better, maybe.
You've seen better.
I've seen no-hitters before. It's happened. The thing that happens. Anyway, for what is it me?
It's you.
Or you? It's me. Okay. Me thinks I'm gonna go with... I'll go with Madison Bumgarner. Why not? He's starting twice.
I'll
give it a go.
I didn't check if this guy's starting twice, but I'll take, wait, actually I can check right now.
You can check. We'll give you a chance to check.
Whatever, I'll take, Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer, okay.
It's a safe bet, Jim.
The safe bet there, Jim. Alright. So that is going to be that's our new rosters for the week. I have Harper, Kipnis, and Bumgarner. Farbode has Cruz, Fielder, and Scherzer. Rudy has Trout, Cabrera, and Shelby Miller. Not too shabby right there. Alright. We normally do power rankings with teams, but I think we're gonna skip that. We already talked about the standings and stuff. It's not really necessary. And with that is gonna conclude our podcast for today. And, of course, we will accept any feedback you have. We are eager for it. You can email us at warandpeacebaseball@gmail.com or tweet us at WPB_podcast. Also, there are YouTube comments that we will be checking as well. And we also have an Instagram now. Farbo, do you want to share that with us?
Yes. It is... I have to find it.
You're the one who made it, so I'm throwing it on to you. So.
War_, war_peace_baseball.
Okay, war_peace_baseball on Instagram, which I have no idea what he even posts there, but okay. That's there if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all. We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
Hopefully this time, actually next week and not a month later. So that should be good. Anyway, you heard him say it already. He was a little bit antsy. I'll let you say it again though.
I already said it though. Adios.